Naruto, Uzumaki and Monkey D. Luffy are some of the most heavily debated characters ever since the unveiling of Luffy's Gear 5 transformation. But what if they teamed up against all of Dragon Ball's villains? How far would they go? In this video, I'll be taking both these characters at their peak scaling to try and answer that question. But before we begin, I have one request. Remember, this is a video just for fun, and if I say something you don't agree with, don't get mad. Just comment why you think I'm wrong. With that out of the way, let's begin. Starting off with this AP, Kurama in the 3rd and 4th data book was stated to have enough power to turn the world to ash, and it's no secret to anyone that Jinchuriki with control over the tail beasts becomes stronger than the tail beast itself, meaning KCM Naruto should be planetary bare minimum. And even if you're skeptical of that, feats of this level are common with Otsutsuki threat, as even base Kinshiki is capable of splitting worlds in half with low effort, and splitting worlds with enough force that the two halves don't slam back together due to gravity is at the very least a small planet level scaling, which will still be planetary but to a smaller degree. It's even implied Kinshiki can do this casually without much effort, yet characters like Sasuke with half his chakra and one arm can block some of his strongest attacks. This Kinshiki would get slammed by Hokage Naruto, who with half his chakra was able to make a fused Momoshiki who was stronger than Kinshiki even before absorbing him, frustrated in battle. At best, Naruto's scale higher from the likes of Kaguya, whom with the truth-seeking orb is capable of destroying a dimension which has been shown to have a moon and a star in an official OVA. This would concretely place her at large star level to nigh solar system level. Fused Momoshiki should scale above Kaguya due to being constantly stated to be a similar threat level to her, and we still see him get smacked around by Naruto. And by the time Ishiki arrives, he shits on the same Naruto who made Momoshiki rage during battle, only to be later clowned on by Baryon Mode Naruto. Baryon Mode Naruto's AP would destroy Momoshiki, the same Momoshiki who scales to or higher than the star to solar system level Kaguya. So at the very least, Naruto should be large star level to solar system levels of AP. As for speed, Naruto was able to dodge Madara's Light Fang at point blank range, which is stated to cut all things at the speed of light in the 4th data book, and would put him well above light speed during his fight with Madara. Even earlier in the war, Naruto was able to speed blades a lightning cloak Raikage, who has been stated to move at the speed of light during his double lariat with B. You'd obviously be using this level of speed with Naruto, so the feat performed by Naruto has been calculated to be 72 times the speed of light. And in Boruto, Naruto and Sasuke get stronger and way faster than this speed feat performed by Naruto, yet Ishiki's rods are fast enough to blitz both these characters beyond their reaction speed. In Baryon mode, Naruto is then casually shown being able to react to these rods with ease, which were previously able to blitz him in his KCM state, in which he is already above light speed, meaning Naruto in Baryon mode should be moving massively faster than Light Plus, which has speeds above 1,000 times faster than light, and large star to solar system levels in terms of AP. Old Whitebeard has been stated to be capable of destroying the One Piece world, which has been calculated to be larger than the normal size of Earth. Kaido being relative to this Whitebeard, bare minimum would place him at large planet level, and we know Luffy scales equally to Kaido in his Gear 5 form. And I know some people believe the One Piece world is as big as a star. They could use this to say Luffy is star level, but if you're being honest, that's too much of a wank. At best, what I could say, he is large planet level, because his world has been calculated to be bigger than the size of Earth. The low-end interpretation of Luffy's power is moon to planet levels of AP, but that's a low ball because he generally does scale to Old Whitebeard, who is capable of destroying the entire One Piece world. As for speed, even back in Sabaody post time skip, Luffy is shown dodging Kuma's light beam and calls it slow, which is an FTL speed feat. In Whole Cake Island against Karakuri, Luffy surpasses his Gear 4 in base during the fight, in both speed and attack potency. Due to Luffy surpassing his Gear 4 speed in base, I would say he's in the FTL plus speed range, which is between 10 to 100 times the speed of light in base. When staking Snake Man and feature sight on his limit breaking base form, which is 10 to 100 times the speed of light, you should be MFTL at this point, which is 100 to 1000 times the speed of light. Then in Wano, he again surpasses his Gear 4 self in base, which is insane given that he was moving in the MFTL speed range in Gear 4, meaning his base is now that fast. Stack Gear 4 and even 5 on top of that, you should be moving MFTL plus, which is 1000 times and above the speed of light. As for Luffy's hacks, I'll only talk about it if he scales equally to the character, because if you are weaker than a character in Dragon Ball, it's shown to be useless. The scene with Vegeta who was turned to a candy, yet was able to completely embarrass Buhan. Starting off with Raditz, Piccolo is a good way to start scaling him, as he blew up the moon at near light speed with ease. This feat has been calculated at small planet level because he completely evaporated the moon out of existence. This same Piccolo, alongside Goku, who is relative to him and has been confirmed to have a moon-shattering Kamehameha, would go on to fight against Raditz only to get embarrassed by the Saiyan. So Raditz should be moon level in terms of durability, bare minimum, or small planet level at the highest, given that he was tanking moon vaporizing attacks from Piccolo with no damage at all, and his attack potency should be equal to his durability, because you know AP is equal to durability in Dragon Ball. Raditz also has key attacks which are stronger than his regular attacks, but those won't do any damage to Luffy or Naruto since they scale higher than him. As for speed, Raditz is barely light speed. The only light speed feat you could try to force and squeeze in is that Piccolo's special beam cannon is a literal beam of light, which Raditz managed to react to, so this interpretation would make him FTL at the very least. Even if he was to use the Uzaru to 10x all his stats, he still gets slammed by the duo. Even Luffy alone should be able to speed blitz and take down Raditz in his gear 2 like it did to the Pacifista, given that we use the large planet level interpretation for Luffy's power. Nappa and Vegeta is where things start to get dangerous for the duo, especially Luffy since he's large planet level, and Nappa is out here punching off the limbs of Raditz level characters such as Tien, who had a power level 300 higher than Raditz. Bare minimum, Nappa's AP is higher than moon level, but small planet level seems more appropriate. But to make things more interesting, I'll give Luffy, Nappa, and Naruto Vegeta. Nappa is 3 times stronger than Raditz, and he's definitely small planet level, but I won't put him in a planetary because I feel like that's being dishonest. Vegeta is the first confirmed planet buster in Dragon Ball. His speed is obviously higher than Raditz, but not MFTL like Luffy. The only way he might stand a chance is to try and use his Uzaru, as that would make him planet level, making him scale higher than the likes of Vegeta during his Gallic Gun beam clash against Goku, which threatened to destroy the Earth. Luffy would definitely need his Gear 4 to defeat base Nappa, and if he was to use Great Ape, Gear 5 should be enough to take care of the Saiyan. As for Vegeta vs Naruto, even without his Baryon mode, he farts on Vegeta, who is large planet level at best with his Great Ape transformation, as he could blow up the Earth in base with only a power level of 24,000 using his Gallic Gun. Vegeta is definitely light speed, but Naruto is already confirmed to be 72 times the speed of light in terms of reaction speed when he blitzed past a lightning cloak Raikage. As I had mentioned earlier in this video, Raikage was stated in the data book to move like light, and imagine the amount of speed amps Naruto gets by the time he is Hokage in his fight against Momoshiki, or even worse, in his Baryon mode against Ishiki. Naruto slams Vegeta pretty badly, so let's move on to Namek. On Namek, there are 2 major threats which the Z fighters encounter, which are Captain Ginyu and the Emperor of Universe 7, Frieza. For this arc, I'll do the same thing as the last and give Luffy Captain Ginyu, because there's just no way in hell Luffy is standing a chance against Frieza, even in his first form. He'll just get one-shotted by Frieza, leaving Naruto to fight alone. So Naruto will obviously be facing against Frieza one-on-one. Captain Ginyu is the highest ranking officer in the Frieza Force and leads a squad of elite fighters known as the Ginyu Force. Ginyu is also a very experienced fighter who has conquered countless worlds, so he's definitely nothing to sneeze at. He's 6 times stronger than Vegeta, boasting a power level of 120,000, meaning his AP is planet level bare minimum, and given high interpretations, he can be pushed to large planet level. As for his speed, he's definitely moving in the MFTL speed ranges, which are speeds between 100 to 1000 times the speed of light, because someone like Raditz, who is 80 times weaker and slower than Ginyu, can be argued to be reacting to faster than light speed attacks. And just like every Dragon Ball character, he can fire energy blasts, which are stronger than his base attack potency. One dangerous ability worth noting is Ginyu's body swap, which can turn tables heavily in his favor if a battle does not favor him. Since both combatants scale to large planet level in terms of AP, skill and abilities are what will determine this fight, and I'm just going to be brutally honest here. Luffy has a lot going for him in terms of abilities. First off, he's just way too fast for Captain Ginyu. He also has abilities like Advanced Observation Haki, which he can use to see into the future, Advanced Armament Haki, and Conqueror's Haki, which can hit through opponents' durability. If Luffy pulls out his Gear 5, it's a wrap. He'd fold Ginyu due to the sheer versatility and working abilities that the form grants him. As much as my goal, Luffy would take the dub. Unfortunately, this is where he stops in Dragon Ball, and it's up to Naruto to carry on. Frieza is known as the ruthless emperor of the universe, and for a good reason. This man is a beast. His feat of casually destroying planet Vegeta has been calculated at Dwarf Star level, which would also make him Dwarf Star level in base. His final 100% form is 226 times stronger than his base, which is just ridiculous because at this point Frieza is 80,000 times stronger and faster than Raditz. Power levels have been shown to be linear at this point in the story, because if Goku uses Kaioken, he becomes 2 times faster and stronger. So Frieza is definitely 80,000 times the speed of light, and with the linear power levels logic, 100% Frieza should be star to large star level in terms of AP and durability. I believe that Naruto would be pressed to use his Baryon mode against Frieza to stand a chance speed wise as well as attack potency. Frieza would just slam a basic KCM Naruto to the dirt because it would be way too fast and strong, but Baryon mode Naruto would be too much for Frieza given that we used the solar system level interpretation of power for his scaling. The only way for him to win would be to blow up Namek in order to kill Naruto, and if he somehow survives the planet blowing up, it would suffocate in the vacuum of space. But if you prefer the Naruto is large star level interpretation, then Frieza defeats him easily even in Baryon mode because his speed is just ridiculous. But because I took solar system level interpretation, Naruto wins and we are moving on to the Cell Saga. During the Cell Saga, there are many power creeps that occur due to the introduction of the androids, such as Super Saiyan Grade 2 and 3. Cell would go on to absorb these androids over the course of the arc to grow stronger and finally attain his perfect form. Cell would then go on to get a Zenkai boost after self-destructing to become Super Perfect Cell. And if Naruto was to face off against this monster of a character, this is unfortunately where he stops, even with the solar system wank. The Super Perfect Cell has been stated to be solar system level not only by himself, but by promotional material surrounding the Gohan vs Cell beam struggle. Cell has a terrifying level of speed far beyond what the likes of Naruto can even imagine. Even if we were to equalize their strength because both characters are solar system level, Cell just blitzes Naruto and destroys him. Another factor we have to take into account is that both combatants have regenerative abilities, but Cell has a higher form of regen. It's so advanced to the point that he can regrow entire limbs, or even worse, he can regenerate from a single cell. He can also summon 7 Cell Juniors as strong and fast as he is to aid him in battle, and Naruto's clones won't be able to do anything against them. All of the Hex abilities you can count for Naruto won't cut it because they won't even connect with Cell. They'll just dodge all of his attacks and poop on Naruto. Cell bitch slaps Naruto and he stands no chance. Hope you enjoyed the video and comment how far you think Naruto and Luffy would go. Which interpretation of their power do you prefer and why? See you on the next one.